Hi, for this week's video vlog, I watched the movie The Lady Eve, which was made in 1941 and directed by Preston Hughes. It's about a man named Charles Pike, and he's the son of a millionaire who makes ale. He just left an expedition in the Amazon, which he was there for a year, looking at snakes and finding other creatures. He is now on going to a boat to return back to America. So when he gets on the boat, everyone knows that he's about to come on. So all the girls are trying to get his attention, flirt with him while he's at dinner, but he's not paying anyone any mind. There's a man named Handsome Harry, who is the father of a woman named Jean, and they are con artists, and they're like professional gamblers. So they make a plan to make him like her, Charles like her enough that he like plays card games with them, so they can like pretend to be bad at first and then win money. So it starts off with this with Jean tripping him to get his attention and being like, oh, like I don't really care who you are, like you're like a nobody to me, and like flirting with him, and he's just like, wow, like a girl who isn't like begging for my attention, and he obviously like falls in love with her. So they play a bunch of card games, and at first Handsome Harry, the father, was pretending to lose and be bad at gambling, but he's actually really good. So later on the next day he plays him again for like a rematch, and this time he's like winning thousands of dollars. He's like up $32,000. After all the flirting that Jean did, she actually fell in love with Charles, whose nickname is Hopsy, and tells her father to like not take his money, like she doesn't want the money, like she wants to marry this guy, like she loves him. So Charles and her fall in love. They go on a bunch of dates and stuff. They're really kicking it off. He even proposes to her. So now they are engaged on this boat. He then finds out by one of the men on the boat that the father and her are con artists, and that they get the attention of rich men and try to win their money. So now he thinks that their love is not real and that she's just using him, but she actually is in love with him. So he confronts her with this, and he eventually leaves her, obviously. So now they're off the boat, and now she's mad. She's upset. She's like, I can't believe he wouldn't believe me when I told him that, like, I love him and I wasn't using him for the money after I found out, like, how I felt. So she goes to a horse race with her father, the father's friend, two friends, and one of them says that he was invited to the Pikes' home for a dinner. So Jean's like, okay, I want to get my revenge. So she's like, can I go to dinner with you in Connecticut, Bridgeport? So she ends up going, but she pretends to be a whole different person named Lady Eve, and she's pretending to be from, just got back from Britain, and that she is like a lady in Britain. So she has an accent, she dyed her hair, so she looks different now. So she goes to his house, and he's like falling over tables, confused, like, is this Jean? And she convinces him that it isn't Jean. And then the father's friend that's at the dinner goes along with it and pretends that she has a twin sister that she didn't know, and she's like the disgrace of the family, so that's Jean. This whole time, Charles Pike had a guy with him who his father hired to like make sure like nothing bad happens, no one like steals money from him, to keep him safe. And when he sees her at the party, he's like, this is the same same girl as Jean, like this is Jean. But Pike is convinced that it's someone else, that's it is a twin sister. So her ploy is to make him fall in love with Lady Eve, and then to eventually like hurt him. So like they go on their honeymoon after they get married, because he proposed to her and then they got married. And then they're on the train for their honeymoon, and she's like saying like all these like things about other guys, like how she's been married like 10 times. So he's fed up. He leaves the honeymoon, goes home and files for divorce. So now they're on the phone call, Jean's family, Lady Eve's family and the Pikes family, trying to get a settlement for the divorce. She realizes she doesn't want any money. She's starting to feel bad. She still loves him, obviously. Her father, the con artist, is like, no, get the money. Like, they're gonna settle and they're gonna give you a bunch of money. She's like, no, I don't want it. I just want to see him face to face. And he's like, I don't want to see her face to face. And then the father of Charles is like, oh, he's like saying goodbye to his mother. He's leaving to go back on the boat. So she's like, okay, like, I'm gonna go back on the boat. So she goes on the back on the boat, and the whole thing happens again. She trips him, he falls, and he's like, oh, Gene, like, is this really you? They start kissing. They like end up in the room together, and he's like, I'm married, and she's like, I'm married too. And the movie just ends with them kissing, and they're probably gonna get back together, and they're probably gonna get married, even though he's already married to her. So altogether, she still is a con artist because now he doesn't even know that she's the same person, Lady Eve. So that's pretty much the movie. It's like a romance movie. It's actually really good. I recommend it. I actually watched the whole thing and was like actually interested about what was gonna happen next. The whole movie was in black and white, and they were just wearing like regular clothes. Like he was wearing suits the whole time. She was wearing like a vest and like a skirt or like a dress. I noticed that one part of the movie, since they're on a boat, you kept seeing water, and at one point she's like hanging over the railing of the boat. You can hear sound effects of the water, and from the video we watched in class, I can just tell that they made the noise like with other things to make the noise of like the ocean. So I thought that was interesting because now that I know that, I can tell that that's what they're doing. The camera would zoom into like certain signs and certain things that so you can notice what's going on in the movie. I picked up on that. Yeah, but it's a really good movie. I feel like I would recommend it. Okay, bye.